Spring is all about fresh starts, but if heartburn, gas, and indigestion are weighing you down, it's time for a gut reset.
You bet. Here's pharmacist and health author Sherry Torkos. She is here to break down the best ways to keep your digestion on track just in time for the new season. Sherry, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
I think a lot of people think of heartburn and gas as kind of an occasional nuisance, but they can actually impact our overall health in our daily life.
Absolutely, and it can be really unpleasant because when you think of it, one of our greatest pleasures is eating, right? But if you eat and then afterwards you have indigestion, acid reflux, gas, it can be really uncomfortable. The other issue is, think about sleep quality, especially as we get older. Sleep is so important, but if you have acid reflux and heartburn, that can keep you up at night. Then you're tired the next day.
Right.
And then there's that dreaded symptom of gas, which can happen at the most inopportune times, and it can be embarrassing. So, yeah, digestive issues can really put a hamper on your daily life.
Yeah, for sure. Now, a lot of people assume their heartburn is because of acid reflux, but you say there's more to it than that?
That's right. There is more to the digestive story. So definitely acid reflux is a big component. But the other issue is indigestion and gas. So what happens if food is not being broken down properly, it gets to the colon and it can ferment and produce gas, and then that can make you feel uncomfortable. It can put pressure on the stomach contents. Acid can come up to the chest. So often we see people have multiple issues of digestive distress. It's not just the acid reflux. There's that discomfort and gas as well that goes along with it.
You bet. Okay, let's talk about some ways we can manage these digestive issues.
Yes, okay. So portion control is always really important. So when you eat smaller portions and eat more slowly, it allows your digestive system to work more efficiently. So think about slowing down. I always tell my son this: take a deep breath, eat slowly, chew your food thoroughly. Also, when you have a full belly, if you've just had a big meal, the worst thing you can do is lay down, because then you don't have the benefit of gravity. When we're upright, keeping our esophagus here, food stays down there, but if you lay down, things can flux back up. Also, you don't want to just lay on a couch after you've had a big meal. Going for a light walk would be a good idea, but no rebounding or bouncing around, because that, of course, can bring the acids back up to your chest.
All right.
So think about that.
Thoughts?
And avoid some of these trigger foods as well. Spicy foods, jalapenos, tomatoes, citrus, fatty foods, carbonated drinks and coffee, things like that can trigger symptoms.
Okay, all right. Thoughts on antacids?
Right. Okay, so in the pharmacy, yes, there's a big selection of antacid products, and they do vary greatly in their benefits and also their format. So one that I recommend and I really like is this Gelusil here. So this is unique in that it works very fast, like within 10 minutes, people start to get relief from their symptoms. And it also helps to tackle multiple symptoms: heartburn, acid reflux, indigestion, and then there's an ingredient in there to help with gas. And you can see, rather than those messy liquids, it's these chewable tablets. They're mint flavored, so they taste great. And you just chew 2 to 4 tablets between meals and at bedtime. If you're taking medications, it's a good idea to separate it by about 2 hours, and certainly to talk to your doctor or pharmacist. But having something like this allows you to have some of your favorite foods, not have that food envy or food jealousy.
Right.
So you're not depriving yourself.
Okay, curious about sleeping positions. Let's talk a bit more about that if we could, because, you know, we see ads all the time for adjustable beds, things like that. Can your sleeping position, can it actually help or hurt when it comes to heartburn and acid reflux?
Sleeping position definitely makes an impact. So if you have heartburn or indigestion, we always recommend propping up the head of your bed. So putting an extra pillow. If you have one of the beds that can lift up the upper part, great. But if not, an extra pillow or wedge, because think of gravity again. When we lay flat, the acids can reflux back up. So if you have your head propped higher than your stomach, that will help. The other thing is, sleeping on your left side can help prevent heartburn, whereas if you sleep on your right side, that can actually bring on the symptoms. And the reason for that is that when we're on our right side, it relaxes the lower esophageal sphincter, making it easier for acids to reflux up. So try to sleep on your left side. And again, don't have a big meal before bed, because that can also bring on those symptoms.
That is really interesting.
Yes, interesting, yes.
All right.
And then cup of tea after your meals is a great idea as well.
Okay, all good stuff. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by Gelusil. Learn more at gelusil.ca.